I walked away from my engagement without a word. I still remember how normal everything felt right before it all collapsed. 3 years of my life were built around one simple belief, that I was about to marry the right person. We had a routine, a shared apartment, shared plans, shared jokes that only made sense to us. I thought that meant something. I thought that meant safety. Her name was Emily. From the outside, we looked solid, stable, the kind of couple people expected to last. We argued about trivial things, wedding playlists, guest lists, table arrangements. Nothing that felt dangerous. If anything, it felt reassuring, like proof that this was real. But something had changed, and I didn't want to see it. She started coming home later, smiling at her phone more than at me, locking it when she never had before. I told myself it was stress, wedding pressure, the weight of commitment finally sinking in. I wanted to believe that. One night she mentioned a small gathering. Just friends, she said casually. No big deal. She didn't even ask if I minded, just stated it like a fact. I watched her get ready. She looked incredible, too incredible for a casual night out. When I stared a second too long, she laughed it off. Relax, she said. Don't wait up. That sentence sat in my chest like a stone. Sleep never came. By 3 a.m., my instincts were screaming. I checked her location, something I had never done before. She wasn't at a bar. She wasn't at a friend's place. She was at a private house across the city. When she finally came home near dawn, she moved quietly, carefully, like someone who didn't want to be caught. She slipped into bed without a word, pretending I was asleep. I lay there frozen, listening to her breathe, realizing something fundamental had broken. The next morning, she kissed me like everything was fine, told me a story that didn't quite fit, names I'd never heard, explanations that felt rehearsed. I didn't confront her. That night, while she slept, I checked her phone. I found messages, photos, inside jokes that didn't include me, a private chat with someone whose name I didn't recognize. Flirtation, excitement, no guilt, no hesitation. That was the moment I knew. I didn't need answers. I needed distance. I didn't scream. I didn't demand explanations. I didn't give her a chance to twist the truth. Instead, I planned my exit quietly. The next day, I acted normal, talked about wedding plans, smiled at the right moments, played my role perfectly. While she was at work, I packed only what mattered: documents, clothes, memories that fit into a single bag. I transferred my money, canceled what I could, removed myself from her life piece by piece. Then I wrote a letter. Not angry, not dramatic, just honest. I told her I knew, that the wedding was over, that I was done. I didn't ask why. I didn't accuse. I simply walked away. By the time she found the letter, I was already gone. I didn't tell anyone where I went. For days, I lived in silence. A borrowed cabin, no internet, no noise, no reminders of who I used to be. My phone stayed off. I didn't want apologies. I didn't want excuses. When I finally turned it on, there were dozens of messages. Panic turned to pleading. Pleading turned to anger. The last ones blamed me for leaving. That's when it hit me. She wasn't sorry for what she did. She was angry she lost control of the story. I never responded. Eventually, I went home, not to her, but to my father. A quiet man who didn't ask many questions. He didn't tell me what to do. He just listened. And for the first time since everything fell apart, I felt grounded. Walking away wasn't weakness. It was the first honest decision I'd made in a long time. Sometimes disappearing isn't running. Sometimes it's survival.